Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Derek here. Today we are reacting to another episode of My Hero Academia. This is season 4, episode 22. It's episode 85 overall. It is called School Festival Start. Before we jump into it, please consider leaving a like on the video and please consider subscribing. Helps so much. But last time on My Hero Academia, we had the big confrontation, I guess, so far between Deku and Gentle Criminal. So Deku needed to go get some rope because with all the practicing and stuff they've been doing for the festival, they kind of frayed the crap out of it. So he's like, crap, I gotta go get more rope from the hardware store, which happens to be right next to the cafe that Gentle and La Brava were going to be having tea at in the morning. And so they ran into each other outside of the thing, and they kind of had this little interaction, conversation. And the thing I liked about it is they didn't make either character seem unintelligent in that moment. Like, they both understood kind of what was happening in that situation, and they both realized who each other was. And I liked that. I liked that, the fact that both of those characters were intelligent in that moment. And it was cool to see Gentle's quirk, the bouncing, or rebound is what it was. I almost said rebrand. No, so he rebounds stuff. Anything he touches, including the air, he can turn like elastic pretty much. And so his goal is to sneak into the school festival, and Deku is like, I cannot let this man do this. He'll ruin Aries' day, he'll ruin my day, he'll ruin all of my classmates' day. Like, I can't let this happen. So he's like, we're about to throw down because this is not going to go the way you think it's going to go. And Deku is surprisingly does not do that well in the fight. Like, granted, he doesn't know anything about Gentle in terms of his quirk going into this fight. He's not, other than, yeah, like he other than the fact that he likes tea, he pretty much doesn't know anything about him. So he's going into this fight completely unprepared. The only part of his gear that he has are the gloves. He doesn't have his like steel-toed boots or anything. So he's kind of at a disadvantage tactically. And Gentle definitely uses that against him, and kind of, yeah, it's a decent fight. Like, he has Deku on his toes, but he's obviously not going to give up. He's still shooting air bullets at him, and the episode ended with La Brava, with dramatic music, and La Brava saying, "Time to use my quirk." I wonder what her quirk is, because she mentioned that she is like a master hacker, so she could turn off all the alarms around the school, but they didn't specify if that had anything to do with her quirk, or if like her quirk is completely different and then this is just like a skill that she has. So I'm personally interested to see how that goes. I don't think Gentle will be successful in this endeavor, but you never know. Like, it would be a bummer if he broke in and ruined this festival, because they've been kind of showing it off for a few episodes. Like, they put a lot of effort and time into showing that these kids are wanting this to happen and like defining roles for each thing, and I think they wouldn't do that unless it was actually going to happen. So my personal prediction is that Gentle does not succeed in at least disrupting the festival. He might break into UA, but I think the festival is going to go well, but I'm not sure. Before we jump into it, again, consider leaving a like, consider subscribing. Means a lot. Yeah, but otherwise, let's jump into it. Okay, here we go. This thing starts in 9 minutes. Deku, you gotta get on your horse, kid.
Are you kidding? What the heck are you wearing, Kendo? Oh, dang. Dude. Looking good. This is weird. Don't
just waltz in here.
After all, I'm the one who entered you into the beauty pageant to begin with.
Really?
I figure you're a shoo-in because of all your fans from that commercial. If you win, Class B will be even more plus ultra than the losers in Class A. Importantly,
That's
since you've been
debatable.
focusing on this, I haven't.
Dang, dude. I mean, you know he couldn't win, but you feel bad for the man. Okay, another solid episode. I liked that episode a lot. These last 2 episodes have been really good in terms of just like the emotional aspect and making you feel for both sides of this conflict. I like that they expanded on why Gentle cares so much about this, and you know, we learn about his backstory where he wanted to be a hero so bad, but he couldn't pass the provisional exams for whatever reason. His grades weren't good, and he kept failing. I can personally relate to that. I'm not good at school at all, and I struggle quite a bit with it. And so just like seeing him fail in that way is definitely a bummer. You know, he's going through life, and then like he can't get into any of the hero schools. His friend, or you know, we don't know how close they were technically, but someone he went to class with, he sees them later and he's like, "Hey, do you remember me?" And the guy's like, "No, I don't know who you are." That's rough. And then he sees someone in danger and tries to help, similar to what Deku did, where, you know, when Deku tried to save Bakugo, he just ran in and tried to help. Gentle did the same thing, but his action inadvertently stopped another hero from saving this man, and the guy got pretty hurt. So he was charged with obstruction, and then his family hated him. Everyone else hated him. Like he hated himself probably. And so he was like, all right, if I can't be a hero, maybe I can go the opposite route and be a villain somehow. And so that's what he did, is he dedicated himself to super villainy. And then it shows La Brava, how she's a little weird. You know, she's one of those creepy stalker girls in middle school. She had a crush on a kid, and you know, she knew all these things about him that she probably shouldn't know, probably from hacking. And she sent this kid a love letter, and it was just pages of stuff. And it's like, yeah, like if I was that kid and I got that letter, I would probably be pretty uncomfortable with it. But you feel bad for her because, you know, she clearly put her heart on the line, and this kid's just like roasting her to his friends. So that's a bummer. She kind of lost all passion for life, and she was kind of at the end of her rope. And then she sees a video from Gentle that's like, hey, if you've lost your passion, put your faith in me. And so she does. And they kind of form this connection that hopefully is more father-daughter, or like friends than romantic, because there's a significant age difference there. But yeah, so she forms this deep connection with him, which with her quirk that helps later on, because they have a pretty good fight. Deku and Gentle are kind of going after each other. Deku uses that analytical mind to find ways around the air bubbles and bounce things off, and he's kind of taking it too Gentle, being like, hey man, I'm just better than you. I won't let this happen. And then Gentle gets powered up with the love thing and tries to knock him out, and Deku's like, I've fought stronger and faster people than you. I will not let this happen, because just like you, my dream is no longer just my own. Like, there's so many more people involved in this that I am determined. Like, I will not let this happen, even though he understands Gentle's side of things, which I think is really, really nice. And then in the end, Deku wins, but Gentle cares so much about La Brava that he's like, just like, all right, I'm gonna turn myself in because I don't want this little girl getting caught up in my stuff. Like, I don't know, you can relate to Gentle and you feel real bad for him. You know, if he had been a hero instead of a villain, I think he would have been a top-notch character. I mean, he still is a top-notch character, but like, I don't know. I think it would be really cool to see him maybe potentially have a redemption arc later on down the line and become a hero, even though he couldn't cut it currently. I would really enjoy it personally. But I think those are all my thoughts on this episode. If you liked what you saw, please leave a like on the video. Please subscribe. And I will catch you guys next time. Peace.